Very good. I now recall this meeting into order. If you're not speaking, mute your microphone if you're online, and just make sure to hold crosstalk and questions for afterwards, so we don't have issues. Or you can raise your hand and cut into me if you'd like. Meeting topics. I now recall this meeting into order.
What answer is that?
Meeting topics. First one, financial membership change. We dropped 4 full-paying members, installed those 17 special cases. P&L last December, we were down $260 approximately. We had Amazon bills and that sort of stuff to pay for the website and that sort of stuff. But we were up for P&L last year, largely based on a corporate donation from one of our members. So if you have something like that at your office or something, obviously look into that because it's very helpful to keep us profitable and that sort of stuff. Especially because right now we don't have enough members to keep us profitable year round. So we're slowly draining money from the bank account. So if you have something like that, it'd be cool. But obviously, if you don't worry about it. Housekeeping stuff. Amazon wish list. Oh, somebody raise their hand. Adam.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump in, emphasize real quick that P&L for the entire year of 277 positive. That's the first time FamiLAB has been positive for an entire year, an ending year. You know what I mean? First time we've ended a year in positive, and probably since pre-COVID. So just I want to point that out and say congrats to everybody that's been working hard to keep the space going and keep it thriving. That's pretty darn successful. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely true. Housekeeping stuff. Amazon wish list. If you want to help, not necessarily direct monetary donations, you can look at getting stuff for the lab. We have an Amazon wish list. And if you also want something for the lab, we can also add this to the FamiLAB wish list. Just let us know. One of the board members, and we can pretty easily do that for you if you're like, oh, it'd be wonderful if we got like a new thing for something. For 3D printers, reminders, personal filament's not meant to be stored at the lab long term. And also label your filament, or else it's sort of open game for anybody to use. Just general notice for that. Laser, there's been a lot of stuff going on with the laser recently. The broken boat has been recently replaced, and so we need to buy a new boat as a backup for that one, just so we have that on hand, so we don't have long-standing issues with that or waiting for months for it to get over here eventually. Lens, I know there was some conversation about getting the lens cleaned and or replaced. I'm not sure exactly what's happening with that, but there's some messages about that.
Clean enough right now.
But it's been clean enough right now.
I did it when I did the belt.
So pretty good.
I did it when I did the belt, so it's clean enough right now.
Yeah. Air filter, we replaced that, so just something to note. And then somebody said it stopped working on the Slack channel, but I don't think that's still accurate. It's going
I was
good.
going to test it today.
I don't think so. I did a cut that afternoon, and then I did a cut. I came back here that night and did a cut.
Okay.
It was like a 5-minute though, so
Yeah.
I don't know if I try to run an hour long.
Last night I did a 2 hour and 43-minute one. That's why
Yeah, so-
there was all the powder and I didn't clean it. So
So it looks like it's working, so that's not an issue. So don't have to really worry about that. Annual meetings coming up in March. Just a reminder that we're doing an annual meeting in March. Usually we'll be looking for new board members and voting and that sort of stuff going on then. And it's usually going to be a Saturday. We're looking at likely March 14th or 21st. If anyone has strong opinions, we can probably do that now. Otherwise, it's sort of going to be one of those decisions. Also, on the Slack channel, there's currently a silent auction going on for some of the electronics equipment going on back there in the Stuff Exchange channel. There's some cool stuff. Just take a look at it. It's not crazily expensive. And that's going to close on January 28th. So if you want to look at that, again, it's on the Slack on Stuff Exchange. Take a look. And then social media, post photos and that sort of stuff on I made this on Slack. It's a cool place to get your stuff out there. We post it on our social media. It helps attract new members. Just note that if you're going to do that, make sure you leave a little description so that they know what you're actually making. It's kind of hard for us to know everything that every single person's making. But there's a lot of cool stuff. So something to do. Any discussions, any new members, that sort of stuff? Show and tell, anything cool going on?
I made a planter today. I'm very proud of it.
Very nice.
I found a website that's like map to STL.
Mhm.
So you can basically Google map an area. So I did it around my house
Mhm.
and it creates an STL. So when you print it out, you have the water and the lakes and the grass and all the houses. So it's kind of a cool like 4D view of your street.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think someone raised their hand.
I don't think color, I'm gonna be tested.
I don't think so. I don't think
I like the
Someone
colors.
just hearing emojis.
Yeah.
The rest is green and the streets are black.
Alrighty.
The houses are gray.
There's some cool upcoming events
Yeah,
going
there's
on.
a couple of them.
I saw one up there, which is how to hem your jeans, which is not like a regular event, but to show you how to hem your jeans. So if you have extra long jeans like I do today, you learn how to reduce those a little bit so they're not all the way down here. So that's a cool event that's going on. But there's tons of cool events. Normally have the anime night and that sort of stuff. All this cool stuff going on around in the lab. And if you want to start your own event, it's also definitely something we can do. There's also ways that we can make it so you can charge for your event if it's something very special, like learning how to do circuit boards or whatever, and you can buy equipment for that, or buy like the circuit boards themselves or something like that. I don't know, just spitballing here. But if you're interested in starting an event, teaching other people, that sort of stuff, we can definitely put that on the calendar, post that across social medias and that sort of stuff, if you're interested in that. John Douglas?
Anime night is happening this weekend, or this Friday.
Yes,
It's not on there, but it is happening.
Yes.
it was in the Slack,
I'm sorry.
on the calendar.
We have some practice boards for electronics if for people who are interested in trying to learn to solder.
Mhm.
They're in a cardboard box and under the soldering station.
Oh, do we have the sign-in link? For the meeting? I always forget.
It's
L.FamiLab.
L.
Yeah, that's l.familab.com or .org/sign in.
Yeah, right here. Sorry, it's at the very top end. Didn't read that.
I'll actually bookmark this so I don't forget to do it every time.
Yeah, l.familylab.org/sign-in. Do that. It'd be lovely to get a head count of people online, people in person.
If you don't have a device handy right now, you can also use the tablets on the thing by the door. Just restart it if it's not logged in.
That's all that I really have. So I'm gonna open it up to the floor for anyone else with discussions and that sort of stuff.
Seems like we're having a good turnout on our open house nights. And has any of those people signed up recently? Do we know of any new people?
I do know that a few people that I've seen at open house have signed up at open houses. So like they've come back the following week. I don't know, probably at least 5 or 10 faces that I can picture right now. So yeah, I think over the last few months at least, you're right. The open houses have definitely been more popular. So, and those have anecdotally seem to result in more membership. So that's good.
I'm not exactly super sure about that. I've been applying to colleges recently,
Yeah.
so I've been part of that of the lab for a bit.
Do we have like a?
Yeah, we had a slow increase. We had a few people join, but more recently, we had a couple people leave as well. So I think if you scroll up, the numbers are in the top of. Yeah, we went down 4 full paying members last month, but prior to that, we were getting a pretty steady increase as well. So I don't think it leveled out. I think we still got more members stick around than we did leave. But yeah, it's definitely been the open houses that have been pushing the membership. So
the open house that we just had, I said there's at least 6 to 8 people that were here, and everyone signs in. What do we do with that? We collect their email. Do we follow up with them to be like, "Yo, you came. Did you like it? Do you want to come back?" Or
Historically, no.
do we have a count? Because I'd just be curious to see if how many
Yes,
we have.
technically, the sign-in sheet is liability. It's not for any
Yeah, but-
newsletters. It's not for any newsletters or other direct contacts. It's primarily just for.
We at least use it to know how many people signed the liability waiver.
Yes,
You know that we had 8 people versus 2 last week, and
yes, but we don't, historically, we don't cold call or
Okay.
cold email and beg. You know,
So
sign up for a newsletter, we could make that as a checkbox in the bottom of the form.
opt in, of course.
Yes. That would help.
Because I think a lot of people would opt into it. I mean, if they came here, they definitely have enough interest.
We have to have
Just
a
sign up
newsletter
for
on the
email.
regular to help too, though. We also have to have a newsletter on regular for some
I think-
useful too. We do now.
So,
have
yeah,
some
someone's
work.
tackling that, right? John, yeah, that's right.
Well, you're gonna say something, Adam?
Yeah, I was just gonna say if somebody does want to start following up with some of those people, you can. Typically, we don't unless there is something specific they mentioned and we didn't happen to grab their email from somewhere else. We will grab it from there, but typically we don't always follow up. I think there is an automated email that goes to them now, though, but I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to go back and look at that.
From the liability waiver?
Yeah,
I'll have to test
I
that.
might be wrong. I might be wrong about the automated email part, but we have gone
That's
back to it every once in a while. I mean, we could. I think in the waiver it does even have something in there that they accept to receive communications. So it wouldn't be a terrible thing to reach out to them. I know in the past we've kind of
Let's just say
avoided
agree to be
it. We're not like
included in the
nagging
email.
people. Say again.
He said the verbiage has, you agree to be in the mailing list.
Yeah, I'm gonna copy pasta it real quick so everyone can see it in the chat.
Gotcha.
And the other thing we could do is when they're signing up for that, if we had something above it, I'm gonna pimp QR codes because I'm the QR code guy, that they could whip out their phone and subscribe to our YouTube and stuff, because they'd probably be interested in what we're doing, even if they don't end up joining just to see what we're doing. That way we try and grow those numbers a little.
Yeah, and I actually think that an automated response to that liability waiver might actually be a good idea. Just kind of send them a reminder of things that we're doing and whatnot, because we don't actually. The newsletter's new. John's been working on the newsletter again to get that rolling again, but we haven't actually sent it out through email. It's just been kind of like more internal in Slack and whatnot. So. Yeah, they might start receiving newsletters eventually, but I feel like there should be an automated thing that says, hey, thanks for stopping by. Here's, like you said, here's the links to the YouTube and social media and Facebook, all that, and all that kind of jazz. Go ahead, Jen.
Yeah, as far as the workflow now for the newsletter, I think I know it's in my steps, is to send it out through MailChimp. And I've sent November and December/January out through MailChimp.
Yep.
I'm interested, has anybody received that via email?
Yep. To my wrong email
Okay.
address, but that's fine.
I haven't seen it, but it probably is in a promotions folder in my email that I might have just not looked at, so.
Yeah, unfortunately,
All right.
that's one of the downsides with using MailChimp is that sometimes it can get flagged as junk. So it's not going to end up in a lot of mailboxes. I know for me it did at first. The email I have on there on file isn't, I don't really check very often, so I'll go back and look and see if I got them as well.
John?
Yeah, mine went to an email address testee with a bunch of E's instead of to my actual member email address, which is fine.
Okay, well, there's over 1,000 people on that mailing list. I guarantee you I didn't punch each one in by hand. So, so that means the database is a little dirty. I see the amount of clicks. I can go in and see the reporting, and there are people opening it up and looking at it. So maybe, I don't know how to tackle that right now, but that mailing list could probably use a cleanup. Again, I don't have a solution for that, but that is something that can be done in the future.
I can go over that with you
Also-
offline because I'm a little bit more familiar with it, and I kind of built that original database at MailChimp.
Okay.
John, did you have something to say? Sorry for everyone cutting you off.
No,
I was just gonna
no,
say,
it's
which John were you trying to talk to?
John Douglas.
We're both John Douglas. Double S or single S?
No, every time I've made it part of my MO. Every time I send out that newsletter, I just build my workflow out a little bit more, so a little more gets done. Eventually, that thing's going to go to Instagram. Eventually, it's going to hit X. It's hitting Facebook right now. It's hitting our website, and it's going out via email. So we've got 3 channels that it's hitting so far. I kind of like Chris's idea. If they agree to the thing, then maybe agree to be on the mailing list. Then I can, I guess, make it part of my workflow to go in and find those flags in jot form, and then put those email addresses inside MailChimp.
It
That's
has
so
an
much fun.
I do like that idea.
But as I do it a couple times, it'll get faster and faster, and maybe we can look at automation later. But I like doing it manual at first so we can find out how it works and what's going on with it.
Okay.
More to come on that. But anyway, it's working.
Yeah, great.
The news is getting out.
Something about like a weekly email. Kristen does something similar, like on the Slack channel. She posts in general, like basically events for the week. Maybe if we made it automatic for that to go into the MailChimp system, we'd get more information and it would cost us nothing in terms of time and people energy.
So we
I just
feel that,
posted it in
there
chat,
could be
but that MailChimp integration, once the waiver's filled out, that it should be going directly to MailChimp. I had set that up previously, unless we changed it, but I'll double check that.
so it sounds like we do have a method in place for contacting the new people that come to the open house. Is that correct?
Yeah. Something I can recommend about it is if we make it so that people have to opt out, not opt in, we'll get more responses. That's just how it works, you know? So it would be a checkbox to say, exclude me from the emails instead of have a checkbox that says include me in the emails.
Right
Yeah.
now, the form doesn't give you an option. It just adds you to it.
Okay, yeah, that would creep me out if I was a new member.
Yeah, maybe that's why the guy wanted paper only.
Okay.
For those of you
Yeah,
who
but you
are
don't
that.
have
Put
the
your email address in
dot.com.
there.
Okay.
Okay.
Or is it?
Oh, it is required. I'm sorry. In the past, I think it wasn't.
I did get the FamiLAB newsletter, by the way. I just never checked that email account.
I did. I don't remember if it was spam. I don't think it was spam, but I did as well receive it. That's what I was saying. It was on the wrong email address, but that's fine.
I have read the newsletters, but I don't see it in my email.
Yeah, I don't see it in my email. I just see a thing from Jot Form. Thank you for applying for membership.
Interesting.
It's possible if the waiver isn't adding them directly to it, then then yeah, you wouldn't have been added to it because it would have to be manually. So yeah, again, me and John will go over that database offline. We don't need to keep running through it on this.
Which John?
The
I
one working
will
on the
say,
newsletter, the other one.
yeah. I will say there are people that have better talent and skill to do that sort of thing than me. I'm doing it right now to stop the bleeding on communication. But certainly if someone feels that they can have something to add to that, I am by all means willing to hand that over, or at least work with in concert, in tandem with. If I get that time freed up, then it allows me to do actual physical projects to help improve the lab, like getting the airline run, getting all the tools run, getting the machine shop going, et cetera, so on. I'll get to all that stuff eventually, but if I get teamwork on the newsletter, all that stuff happens faster. That's it.
I can work on helping that with the newsletter and that sort of stuff. I don't know how much time I can dedicate to it, but if you send me stuff on Slack, I'm Jack, or I don't know, that's what my Slack handle is. I can do my best to give you a hand.
I'll hook you in tonight. Thank you for your offer.
Yeah, George also, you can put me on that to help.
I like the new organization for the 3D printers. It's easier to find tools and things now.
Yeah, I needed all this stuff off the off the same platform as the printers.
The I don't know if I can say anything. Can
By all means.
Sure.
I? I'm Ari. I just came in today for the social event. Interested in being a member. I'd really like to be. I'm an electrical engineer by day. At night, I'm in my little workshop in the garage doing 3D printing, woodworking, a lot of resin casting. Anyway, I was just thinking the email list sounds like it would be a Excel task. Export a CSV, maybe compare a couple lists to weed out any extraneous ones that you don't use or that aren't.
Well, we've got a Google Sheets database of current members, current past members. We have
CSV.
somewhere we had a list in the past because we were using the newsletter and the MailChimp. We've had a MailChimp account since we started 10 plus years ago. But he recently went and added everyone to it again. And things like my email just being wrong is just because I've used a test email address while testing forms and things in the past. And my actual contact email address, I have an actual account on our Google. So that one wasn't added to the newsletter. No big deal.
Yeah, but I'm a new member as of like what, December, maybe November, and I didn't get the email, so I don't know that new members are still automatically being. I think the automation might be broke.
Uh,
That would be my estimation too, since I have not gotten the newsletter in my email.
we'll just have to go over the list.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
It's entirely possible all joined before the list was added, and
Sure.
when you go through the form history and check the form history.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree. Some kind of way to do it differences would be nice to kind of.
Yeah.
We don't want to send everyone multiple emails.
Speaking of new members, Ari sort of semi-introduced himself.
Yeah.
You want to say anything else about what your interests are?
I'm really interested in learning welding because I've never done it before, and it's always there's been a project in my head for like 10 years that I've wanted to do. But interest-wise, I was a tutor in college for many years, all math up to Cal 3. So I do enjoy teaching. I do a lot of electronics, PCB design, sending them out to PCB ready to be fabricated and back to me and soldering those, SMD parts, all kinds of things. So hopefully I have enough knowledge that I can contribute. That would be cool. And also utilize some of the equipment here as well. So fingers crossed. If you'll have me, I'd like to be a member.
Yeah, great. Does anybody, I know Ellen was proposing doing some welding and going to put on some, like, what's a learn with me kind of thing where she was going to come in and do it and people could watch her ask questions. Anybody else got any welding they want to feel qualified to teach?
I've welded like 3 times, and it's one of those things. I try not to be if I'm not good at it right away, then I'll give up on it kind of person, but I am. So welding is one of those. I can weld things together, right? It's not pretty enough for me though, because I thought it was just going to be soldering. I know how to solder. It's not soldering.
Yeah, it's like violent soldering.
I replaced the muffler and welded everything back on my truck. It's been fine.
There you go.
Wow.
It's not
Just don't
too
look at
hard.
it.
Oh, look at what? It's already falling off. It was already falling off to begin with, and I replaced the muffler, and it's still loose, but that's because it's got 260,000 miles when the odometer stopped.
The odometer stopped.
10 years ago.
Yeah, maybe people can, we've talked about that quite a bit in the past, about trying to get a few classes together. No particular maker skills, but somebody. And
Yeah, I totally sign up for that. That's part of the reason I joined too. Want to learn to weld.
I can tell you that a lot of our machine's decent. If you get the right wire and you do the right prep, you just follow the recommendations 9 times out of 10 it's fine. So you follow the recommended power, feed speed, stuff like that. and it works. Our machine does both TIG and MIG, and we've got a spool gun, I believe, but you have to bring your own supplies.
I would also like to learn to be a better welder.
Got a bigger machine that what's your face dropped off, but I know nothing about it, other than it's in the way. Dana, is that who it was?
Not Dana. It was
Yellen.
yeah, D. Ellen. So she dropped off a TIG machine.
Bigger machine.
Ours is MIG technically. I think it. You said it does TIG, but I don't. I think it does only if you have the right
The
adapter,
Miller-
and I think we were struggling to find it.
The Miller that we got a long time ago is a 110-220. It is a MIG and it supports TIG. However, we never had the TIG gear for it. It is a small.
Right.
And I did see a TIG spool gun for aluminum, but I don't know if it's for ours or if it's for the other welder.
That I don't know. I do know that we had
Or
one.
in the welding
People were
shop.
talking about in the past that didn't work.
Let me look at the pins in the welding channel because literally the details are in there.
Alright, do we need to put a wanted ad in Facebook Marketplace for a welder to come teach us?
We do have, I don't know her name, but I've met her a few times, talked to her about welding,
So over the weekend,
told her my woes.
I went to a car show out at Daytona called Eastbound Get Down. There were a bunch of fabrication shops there. One of the fab shops actually said that they come out and do on-site classes. So if we wanted to have a professional come in and do an on-site class on how to do body work, welding, metal work,
Take a seat
that's something
anywhere.
that's available.
We're all just chatting, I
I
think.
mean, I don't know how much it's gonna be, but I assume if there's a small group of us, the per person price wouldn't be that insane. But they bring all the materials and stuff, and it's either 1 or 2 8-hour days. I can find
I'd be
out
down for that.
if you wanna do it,
Yeah, please look into that.
because I was like, I definitely wanna do this, and he's like, well, then you should just come to my house and do
Oh,
it.
I'm
I was
just
like, "All right."
trying to make this not Illustrator program work like Illustrator.
It'd be better if they did it on the machine here, so we learning on the machine.
But
we using
he
it.
said they could do custom stuff, exactly what kind of stuff we wanna do, make sure they bring the right materials for that thing. And it's probably cheaper if they don't have to bring gear,
For what?
like a metal workshop, just all around, how to work with metal.
Well, so quite a few of the areas have their own dedicated channels in Slack, and in those channels, we've in the past pinned messages with details about things. So, for example, I just pasted the information from a pin in the welding channel that shows exactly the model we have and what it's capable of in a short. So, you know, there's usually info out there.
I'll just run it.
So we can always, if somebody wants to do a class, showing interest in that channel and seeing if we can find someone who has got some experience to offer their time would be the best route for that.
Yeah.
I have like this much experience on welding, and I've done it one time successfully with my exhaust on the truck so far. I'm going to attempt to weld a plate back onto one of the legs for a glass table I have, where they used the cheap spot welds that failed.
Love those.
That'll be my next attempt. But
Yeah.
there's no wire here right now, and I'm doing prep work anyway there.
Well, I wanna have someone good show me, because like, I figured out welding, I thought I did okay, and my brother-in-law, who's a nuclear grade welder, just like put beads over my welds, I was like, all right, fine, I'm horrible.
Well, that's just a whole lot of experience.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I want someone with that level to show me, so they're like, all right, it needs to sound like a skillet with bacon on it. That's the right sound when you're striking
Not
arc,
pops,
and like,
not
yeah,
lots of pops. Yeah.
and yeah, so like, I need those kind of helpful hints.
Well, maybe somebody could, you know,
There are a lot of good
organize a
YouTubes
little
these
bit
days,
of a,
too.
have such a Saturday afternoon or something like that, just like the old learn with me
Yeah, just
concept.
hop in the channel and ask,
Yeah.
and say, hey, is anyone willing to do a welding class?
Yeah, I went to the wood one where we made the cheese cutter, that was fun.
Yeah.
They used a bunch of wood tools I didn't know how to use.
Yeah, just showing enough interest and showing there's enough people that are interested in doing it, and finding someone that's willing to, that's got a reasonable enough experience level, you know, and is willing to host a 30-minute or an hour-long class, whatever the case is, to get you started, maybe doing a 101 and a 102 separately. that just ask in the channel and see if we can find someone who's willing to do it. We've had a couple people in the past who have, but there hasn't been enough interest for it to actually happen.
Do we have like a mission statement? I know we're
Yeah, it's on the website.
Okay,
Should be on the website.
because I didn't know there's actually a manufacturer for filament in Groveland, Florida. And I reached out to them, it's Two Brothers Filament. They're like, yeah, come out, we'll give you a tour of the factory, you can get some tools, you know. We love to work with makerspaces, so I'm like, all right. So I need to know what I need to say, like, well, what do you guys help with? Sorry, I will research on the website.
Technically, you have to be approved and on a list in order to ask for things.
Oh, I wouldn't ask for anything.
Yes, just saying.
I would not, that's a board member decision. And there, all the names still haven't been divulged to me of who's on the board.
We also have to, as an organization, do
Track all the
paperwork
stuff and
in
absolutely.
order to get approval from the state to be able to solicit for donations. So,
Yeah, it's a legality thing. There's certain
so don't go asking
ways you have to word when you ask for stuff.
that can get us in trouble.
The proper procedure is to talk to an officer or.
Well, I don't know what our status is on any of that. That's probably a question for one of the board members that are able to find that out. Because it is something that I believe we have to do every year or every couple of years.
We're compliant.
Huh?
We are compliant. We made sure it's up to date. It's good.
Okay, then yeah.
But you still need to have. We still only want board members or approved people to ask for that kind of partnership or support or donations, because when you ask for it, you actually have to submit specific paperwork. It's not really paperwork, but there has to be specific wording in the email or in the official communication that shows that you're legally able to do it. And if you don't provide that, you could be reported. The state will haunt you. I don't know. It's stupid, but yeah, there's certain rules and hoops we got to jump through to do it. So I can teach anybody how to do it. We just want to make sure those people. Plus, we want to make sure that we're not, bugging one company. So, say, Joe or person A goes and asks the company for some stuff, and they say no, but maybe in the future, and then person B asks them like a week later, they're gonna get annoyed and possibly even report us for spamming them in some way. So we want to make sure all that's tracked as well. But if you do want to do that kind of thing, reach out to companies. You are welcome to it. Just get with us first so that we can get you the proper stuff to do so.
Yeah, and there's an outreach channel where some of the stuff's been discussed in the past, I'm pretty sure.
Correct.
All right. While we're embarrassing new people, Alexandra, you were here at the last open house, weren't you?
Yes. Well, I think the first thing I attended, it was like an open 3D printing meetup specifically. I will just say that was sort of successful in getting me interested. Like, I would have attended an open house, but I like that it was focused on the thing that I was most interested in. I'll just introduce myself briefly as well.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alexandra. I have been dabbling in various kinds of like digital 2D design, 3D design. I really want to get into 3D printing. I'm completely new to it. Looking forward. I'm interested in some other things as well, but I figure I'll focus on this for the time being. So I'm looking forward to learning some new skills, but being able to translate what I've done sort of design-wise into physical objects. That'll be really interesting.
You do 2D and 3D stuff now professionally?
Oh no, this is all just amateur at home for fun, basically.
Like me.
So I scheduled another 3D print hangout, and I was all excited that I double checked my schedule and make sure I didn't have anything on there, but I scheduled it for Valentine's Day, and that was brought up.
I mean, I forget about that day all the time, so it wouldn't be a problem for me, but.
So
for people,
I'm gonna keep it on that day, so you guys are welcome to come by. I don't know, maybe we'll do something Valentine's Day related.
Just a brief question. So I see, like, say, if I'm attending virtually, unfortunately Tuesdays are going to be bad for me for the foreseeable future for going in physically. Weekends are much better. I know you guys have like things on Saturdays regularly. is there like a regular turnout on Sundays? Like if I show up, are there going to be people around? Is it kind of like it depends on the week? I'm just curious because I can make time for Saturdays, but it'd also be nice to have the flexibility if people are going to be around on both days.
I don't know if it's scheduled, but I know I am generally popping in here one of the 2 days at least.
On Saturdays from 1 to 3 or something like that, we have an open house, so there usually is somebody here.
That's what I mean. Like I know Saturday is going to be like reliable. I'm just wondering what Sunday is like. Say I can make it Saturdays if I need to, but it'd be also nice to be like sometimes to do things on Sundays instead.
You can go online to the FamiLAB like Slack channel, and there's
And just ask people. Yeah.
well, there's a channel there that has like access to the cameras that will like update every 15 minutes.
The
Huh.
Fanduino channel.
The Famduino channel. It's pretty interesting. So if you're ever like, oh, I want to like go to the lab, but I want to have a conversation or something, you could look there maybe and see.
All right. Yes, just sort of. I mean, I can also just do the old fashioned thing and like ask people, but sure.
That's also a thing, but us nerds also like having cameras to watch. I guess.
You would have watched last night. I was having a dance party while waiting for the laser to get done.
Well, it just shows stills, and it's a mosaic, a matrix of just the 5 or 6 cameras. So you can tell if the lights are on or somebody's here. That's about it.
I always check just to make sure whether or not I'm gonna startle someone when I come here at midnight. I always do.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Then I'll definitely come in this Saturday. Hopefully see some of your faces then.
All right, thank you.
I'll just put in 2 cents again. Alexandra, I've done a lot of 2D, taking a 2D drawing and then extruding it in Fusion to make it 3D and then 3D printing that. So I can show you how to do that if you.
That'd be cool. I've already started like plugging through some of the like YouTube tutorials on Fusion 3D, and yes, no, I was like turning things into a vector and then learning how to import the vector and extrude it. Like, but is with anything, as long as if you're going beyond just like a really simple thing, I would be great to have advice, because at this point I know the thing I'm doing should be pretty simple, but I don't know what combination of tools will like lead to the desired effect without a lot of headache. So that'd be cool to get some, be able to ask someone how to do that.
I'd be open to help.
Great, thanks.
Are you on the Slack now?
I am, but I'm so new to it that I'm still figuring out what is what. Yeah, I just got the app on my phone, so I was kind of.
Got a name?
Sweet Transistor is me.
Sweet Transistor.
Yep.
Cool.
Just for Slack, it's kind of strange. That's like the first time I use Slack. If you go to the very bottom of the channels, you can add more channels, and there's like tons of other stuff. So you can browse them.
Okay,
That's where you see a lot of other stuff. Some of them are not super active. A lot of them are pretty active. So just click the ones that you like or are interested in, and check around every once in a while. Like the Famduino specifically is like something that wasn't automatically there, but it's nice to have.
Okay, cool, thank you.
If people were added to it automatically.
I got added to the Famduino one, but I didn't get added to the one that had all the stuff for sale.
Yeah.
I had to look that one up.
Yeah. So it's just nice to have. Just look through those. See, it's interesting.
Let's see, I still logged in as I am.
Maybe it is. I'm not sure. I thought I had to add it. I think this concludes the streaming part of our meeting.
You gotta get you a gavel.